Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be continuing on with our Swift programming tutorial series, but in this particular video we're not going to be covering any new concepts, we're not going to be writing any code or anything like that, like we haven't been for the past couple videos. In this particular tutorial I want to talk about WatchOS and WatchKit. So with Swift, you can also develop apps for perhaps Apple's smallest device, and that being the Apple Watch. Now, the thing that you need to consider about the Apple Watch is that there isn't as many features that you can take advantage of as there would be on iOS, iPadOS, macOS even. But it does have its place. You can build, you can build all kinds of apps for it. Apple has their messages, so you can build like messenger apps. You can build all kinds of fitness apps. You can build trivia apps if you really wanted to. You can build all kinds of stuff with it. And initially, before Swift UI came around, we used WatchKit, which allows us to design our WatchOS apps in a storyboard with drag and drop and stuff like that. And that works fine. But one thing that Swift UI did when it came around was it gave you more control, and it continues to give you more control over your WatchOS apps than using straight up WatchKit. You can use WatchKit, I believe, still interop with SwiftUI in some way, but generally Apple recommends that you just completely build your WatchOS apps using SwiftUI for the user interface rather than WatchKit. That doesn't mean that WatchKit is not worth learning. It is, because if you are in the job market, right? If you're in the job market and you in the company that you're working for has a WatchOS app for whatever reason, depending on what kind of company you're working for, if they have a WatchOS app, it's very likely that it could just be in WatchKit. And you're going to want to know how WatchKit works and how to build apps with it. Now, of course, assuming that WatchKit or the Apple Watch is your platform of choice, I and Apple still recommend SwiftUI for new apps. Okay. Now, the other thing to consider with WatchOS is that there are two ways of building a watch app. You can build it as a standalone app, or you can build it as a companion app to an iOS app. Both ways are useful, and they have their use cases and stuff like that. So it really does depend on what kind of app you're making, for like what app, which way of developing a WatchOS app you want to use. When it comes to WatchOS development, I am not going to teach you how to build WatchOS apps. Mainly because I'm not familiar with how to do it myself, and it hasn't been my platform of focus, so I wouldn't feel comfortable teaching it. I could build SwiftUI apps for the watch if I needed to, 100%, but I'm not confident enough in my ability to do that to teach you. So we're not going to cover watchOS development on this channel. We're going to cover iOS and iPad and macOS, right? With UIKit, AppKit, and SwiftUI. So that pretty much does it for this video on WatchKit and watchOS. Thank you all so very much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.